All right, welcome back to Mastering MMA. I'm Coach Lee here with you again. I'm here at the MMA Institute. Like most gyms, we have shut down. So I'm doing a video today on solo drills. I grabbed a grappling dummy. It is the first one we had in here, I believe. It's in horrible shape. We actually have nicer dummies, but I figured for the purpose of this, this is probably a lot closer to things you all can come up with at your house. Whether it's a heavy bag you take down, or your gi with pillows stuffed in it, or whatever you can come up with to have something similar to a body to work with. So I'm going to show a bunch of simple drills that we can do, and hopefully you all can keep training some while you're at the house. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button for me. Leave comments at the bottom. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like, what you would like to see in future videos. That helps me out as far as YouTube goes, promoting my channel so we can get this to more eyes. These are all pretty basic solo jiu-jitsu drills. If you all would like to see some more advanced ones, leave a comment below. If I see a good bit of interest in it, I can do some more. I also have a video on wall spins, which is a more advanced solo drill. I have a lot of my students do it. It helps them out a lot. It takes a little while for them to get it, but once they get it, it seems to improve their grappling a whole lot. So I have a whole video on that. I will leave a card for that near the end of the video if you want to check that out. All right, so I originally planned on doing this video from my house with our hard floors, so it would be more similar to what most people are working with. You know, you might have carpet or whatever, but it's definitely not going to be nice comfy mats like I'm sitting on now. But due to the fact that we have a couple kids and a couple dogs and stuff like that, times for me to record a video and have some decent sound and such like that, I found out real fast we're going to be super limited. So hopefully I can do the rest of my videos from in the gym. We'll see how that goes. I might end up having to do some from the house depending on what happens with this coronavirus. But this is the first one we're going to do is shrimps. So usually these are done as line drills, but you can do them as a stationary drill. So I'm here, I'm going to turn to my side. I'm going to get my top leg as close to my butt as I can. I'm going to pick my hips up and I'm going to turn my butt up. It's called a rising shrimp. So I'm here and back. And then I'll come to the other side. Here and back. So you can do that as a stationary drill. The next one we're going to do is a side shrimp. So I'm here. I make my frame work. My frame stay here as if my opponent was laying across me. I want to stop their momentum from coming forward, so I'm usually framed across the neck, framed at the hip. My back leg, I pull away, I flare it out. I pull my hips back, and then I shoot my knee between my elbows. So my knee comes here, and I use that to spin, and then I set up. I usually do these as line drills. I have my students butt scoot down the line, turn the other direction, and hit it again. But if you're in a confined space in your house, because everybody's sitting at home with this virus going around, you can just rotate to the other side, make your frame work, flare your leg back, hips back. My frame stay on where my opponent would be, shoot my knee in between, drive up to recover guard. The next one we're going to do is a triangle drill. I'll give you a couple different angles on this. So the first thing, most beginners usually use their forearms to help this out, but very beginner level is I want to go up with my legs wide, and I'm trying to balance on the top of my shoulder blades, base of my neck area. And I want my legs to go up wide so that I'm gathering my opponent in between my legs to triangle. So I'm rocking back, my legs go up wide. If you're new, you can use your elbows to kind of base. I want a triangle here. Right? This is where I would finish my triangle. I don't want my knees down in my face here. If I get crushed up here, I'm probably not going to finish this triangle. So once again, I'm here. If you need to use your elbows starting out, that's fine. Try to work away from it. So I'm here, I go up, I triangle. This is where I hit my triangle. If you can get this pretty well and you can balance fairly good, go ahead and work on hitting a finish. So if I'm really doing this in real life, I'm going to dive this under their leg or their armpit, depending on what's available. I'm going to turn my head, and I will finish right here. Right, I'll pull everything down nice and tight. When we do these as line drills, we usually come up into a knee drive and then keep going with the opposite leg. Make sure you are coming up with your legs open. I see a lot of people, as they come up, when they're first starting, they're here like this. They just come up with their legs triangle. They rock back and they triangle. I want to be here, rotate, finish my triangle, and then I can come up. This is where we would go into a knee drive, step and go the other way if I was doing that. But if you're in a confined space, you can do that right there with very little room to move. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show, we call set and spins. It definitely works on opening up the hips. Another thing you can do while you're at home, stuck with lockdowns and such like this, is stretch. Stretch a lot. While you're sitting there watching TV, stretch. Do whatever you can. Little things like that will improve your game a whole lot. So the set and spin, I'm going to start out with one knee up, one knee down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my back leg below me a little bit so I can control my descent. The closer this is to my center line, the easier it is. And then I'm going to slide down until I can put my outside of my knee down, not the front of it. Then I pop up, I spin the other direction, tuck, turn my knee down, then spin. So if I've got room, I'll keep going that way. If I'm in a confined space, I'll turn, knee down, up, and knee down. The next drill we're going to do is it's got many names. I've heard it called lots of different things. I like going with the break dance drill. But so basically I'm starting out like I'm crab walking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this foot under and I'm going to replace this hand. So I'm here, and then I'll take this foot under to replace this hand. Here. I'll go a couple times one direction, a couple times the other direction. Another one I like a whole lot is the bridge and roll, open roll drill. Once again, depending on where you're at, it's called lots of different things. So I'm here. So I like to stagger my feet too. If I'm going to go that way, if I'm towards the camera, I'll have that leg extended a little further. So I'm going to bridge up on my shoulder and head. And I'm going to push through and push with this leg that's extended a little bit. I'll push with that one too. Step over, bring my knees in. Set through, and then I'll bridge the other way. So I'm here. I'm going to extend this leg a little bit. I'm going to push up, and I'm driving off of this. And then once I can't push with this leg anymore, I start pushing with this one that's extended a little bit. Bring my knees up, come up into a good base. After that, I'm going to give you a leg scissors drill. So I'm here, say there's some weight on my chest and I want to get to my knees. I use this a lot in side control. So I'll be here and I'm going to switch my legs. So I just do this and then I roll up on my shoulder and get to my knees. So we're here. I turn to the side a little bit, I switch, I roll my hips and I'm rolling up onto my shoulder and pulling my knees under me so I can come up. I use this a lot if I'm bottom side control and I've got an underhook. So I'll be here, I'm framed, I get this underhook, I'll switch, and I'll attack this leg here. All right, so another simple one that can be done is front and back rolls. I know a lot of people in class just kind of blow through these and don't pay too much mind to them, but they can actually help you out a lot if you learn how to utilize them. Drill them right, and then they'll start showing up in your game random places and you can do it under control and completely balanced. So what I'm doing here, I will start out with a front roll. I'm going to start out on my knees. I will reach through my legs. My hand is coming out between my feet I'm gonna look back my shin almost as if it was a barrel of a gun. I'm looking down some sights. So I'm lined up here. I roll over on my shoulders and I am completely balanced the whole time. I can stop at any point in this. And I set up. Now if I want to go back, I'm going to look about where I can reach, about as far as I can reach with my hand. And I'm going to keep my eyes in that general area, and I'm going to try to put my knee there. Roll back, knee comes through, and I come to my knees. If I've got room to do two, I'll windshield wiper my legs. I'll look the other way, and I'm back. Then I'll go front roll. Here. Turn to my knees, and here. I do this a lot in class, even with my adults. It's really fun. If you've got kids at home, they'll have a blast with this. Do like a red light, green light with this. Stop, go, and try to catch them when they're at the point they can't hold their balance. And try to get them to do that to you, and that's where you'll find out where you're losing balance and where you're not. You should be able to stop at any point in this roll completely under control. We're going to move on to this dummy. So for this, I'm going to do a couple different drills. Like I say, this is an old dummy, pretty worn out that we have here. But you can put some pillows in a t-shirt or a gi, or if you have a heavy bag, or some couch cushions, whatever you want to use. I just want to get something to imitate a body for this. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to work my knee on belly, right? If you want to play with some strikes here, you can. And we're going to work on going side to side here. Boom. So when I'm going, I'm shooting my momentum, my knees coming up, and I'm switching this to there, to there. I like to move them at the same time. If I'm here and I do this, it's going to be pretty easy to knock me off knee on belly. So I come here and over. I'm also tucking my feet high as I go. Right? I don't want them down low where they're easily trapped. So when I come, they're up as close to my butt as I can. So I'm here. I don't want to leave them out to get trapped. The other thing we'll do from this knee on belly is we'll rotate the other way. So this is hopping over, right? Head's here, legs are here. Say the head's still here, right? Instead of coming here and here, I am going to spin this way, right? We don't want to, or we're gonna move towards the head here. So I'm here. Lots of times I'm doing this, I'm turning for arm bars and things like that. Say, don't be in here trying to push off. I'll turn to hit that arm bar. Sometimes I'm using it just to change sides because they have turned into me to shrimp, right? They might be starting to push this leg off. I step through. I step through. Could be they're pushing this and I'm catching this arm, and I will step through into an arm bar. But it's just body movements is what we're getting here. You can also do your side to side stuff on this, right? Side control, working the mount, things like that. I'm going to say his legs are back here, right? I'm secured in real tight. I'm going to block the legs, bring his knee over, windshield wiper out, go to mount. I can do that. I can work on pinning the head, stepping over the head to start to secure arm bars and such. I can come this way over, working into S mount, or a modified S mount. Some people call it perfect mount. Like I say, it depends on the school you're from. Lots of things you can do, just a simple dummy. Another great thing you can do, which is really not talked about very much, is shadow roll, just like you would shadow box. When we're doing striking classes, a lot of times we start out shadow boxing, right? Boom, boom, boom. But I can do that with rolling too, right? Somebody's in my guard, I'm going for a sweep, an arm bar, whatever. Right, I'm here, I boom, on the mount, right? We're attacking stuff, we're climbing up the mount. Just to get that body movement in, there's reps of things that are odd, right? So you can do that too. Obviously, if you're on hard floors, be easy, you know, throw your bedspread down, something to help soften the blow, but it's not too bad. I've done it before. If you have kids, they are great to wrestle around with. I can't tell you how many leg locks my kids have already been in where I'm getting them in the entanglements and just tickling their feet and messing around and letting them try to wiggle out. And I'm hitting different entries just to get the reps in. So they have a blast with it. I have a blast with it. I've got a big pit bull. I wrestle around with him some too. You know, get creative, right? If you all have some creative ideas, leave them in the comments. Let me know. I've also got a Facebook group, Mastering MMA. Go there. You can leave videos. We've got a giveaway happening now. So we'll have the video out on that soon with all the instructions. We're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. So definitely make sure you look for that video. Get in on that. And hit the like button. Subscribe. Keep training as much as you can while we all deal with this virus. I'm going to go wipe everything up. Hope you all are taking care and not getting sick. And we will see you next time on Mastering MMA with Coach Little.